This week, we've got brand new announcements from Diamond Audio, Lucas Lighting, RDV Technologies, Orion Car Audio, and Cicada Audio. This is CMA Live All Access, brought to you by SiriusXM and sponsored by 5 Axis Innovations. And it starts now. Well, if you've been paying attention, then you know back at SEMA, the folks at Diamond Audio had some big announcements to make. More specifically, a brand new source unit replacement for the 2014 and up Road Glide and Street Glide. Very exciting news, packed with features, and we're going to dive right in today with it with our specialist in the studio with us, Mr. Brian Piper, representing Diamond Audio. Now, Brian, this obviously was a huge announcement. Why don't you share with us that moment just a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, Ben, releasing the radio at SEMA was a big deal. Our team has been working on it. Ryan Klein has been very, very particular about a lot of the things that happen with this radio. And so the rest of the team just kind of threw some input here and there. But as it came along and it became a full functioning product, it has just evolved continuously. There's even things that we're working on with patents that will be released after Knowledge Fest, I believe. But just the excitement and the buildup of this entire process and the project alone has been absolutely amazing.
You know, it's really interesting to witness this quest that Diamond Audio has embarked on when it came to motorcycle audio. The brand obviously is heavily invested into the category with multiple different applications in drivers, subwoofers, saddlebags, and the whole nine. So this was a natural complement to the existing lineup. Now, we want to dive in. We're going to go ahead and throw up some images of this new radio. Once again, folks, this is for the 2014 and up Road Glide and Street Glide model. Brian, why don't I pass it over to you and you can talk to us. Let's start with the integration, the fit, the finish, and what both consumers and installers can expect when installing this unit.
Yeah, Ben. So fit and finish wise, this is basically a factory replacement unit. Basically, you're going to remove the factory radio and this is going to drop right in its place. It's going to fit where the factory fit. It uses the factory harness, retains the factory USB, all of that stuff, has AM, FM, and weather band built into it. So all of those antennas and everything are just going to plug right into the back of the radio. It's all just a direct kind of fit replacement unit, so it's very easy to install.
Out of the gate, the buzz has been pretty good about this radio. People are getting excited because of that fit and finish, but more so about the integration aspect. Now, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but Brian, I'm going to say one word here, and I think it's going to resonate here. Built-in Maestro.
Yeah, Ben, that's actually 3 words, but you're right. Built-in iData Link Maestro is included with this radio. So there's no having to hide another box or try to find room for something in an already cramped space, especially when we're adding aftermarket amplifiers and equalizers or processors and things like that. So one of the parts of the project was to include the Maestro unit inside our radio. So when you flash it, you're actually going to plug into the back of the radio to flash the Maestro unit. So it will have all the function and features of the Maestro, including 4 programmable channels for external features.
Now, Brian, this is all very exciting news, but at the end of the day, customers are going to want to replace their radio for 2 reasons. Obviously, feature is, exactly what we discussed right there, the retention, the Maestro, and all that stuff. But what about performance? What options can we take it from there, from building system, upgrading the sound and whatnot?
So feature set on this radio is huge. It was a big project to embark on everything that they wanted to get accomplished with this. So I'm going to touch on the majority of them. There's some that we are not fully discussing because they're still in the works. Some stuff that's being discussed, and we have some projects that have some patent work to be done on them. So there's certain things that we're not talking about 100% yet. But built-in Bluetooth, 6 full range 6-volt RCA outputs, has a built-in DSP with a 13-band graphic EQ and full crossover control. It gives you wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. It uses, like I said, the factory USB. It maintains the boom audio integration. So if you want to just replace the radio and not add aftermarket amplifiers, you can integrate into your factory amplifier if you so choose. Does have advanced audio IC chips for superior sound reproduction. Just everything that you could imagine. Has camera input. It has SiriusXM capability, so it is SiriusXM ready. There's just tons and tons of things. The cool thing with the iData Link Maestro is it's going to give you all those gauges that are available through the iData Link from the Harley CAN bus system. So there's some added features that you might not have with your factory audio system or the factory radio that you can get with the iData Link Maestro.
Wow, Brian, what can we say? So far, this is obviously a quick overview of this new piece. It is absolutely jam-packed with features. We're talking everything from a factory finish to an easy install replacement with a wire harness. It's got the integration capability and the power of iData Link Maestro, as you had mentioned, and a slew of different features such as SiriusXM and wireless CarPlay, so on and so on. Now, obviously, if you're watching this, this is exciting times for those that are involved with motorcycle audio. And if you're not, I'm not sure what you're doing, but you should definitely get into it. This new Diamond audio piece, Brian, when can people touch it, feel it, see it next? And what is the availability on this unit?
So, Ben, we will have functioning units in displays, motorcycle displays at Knowledge Fest coming up in Las Vegas here in a little over a week. And then the availability, we are expecting to have units in-house for shipping on February 15th to go out on pre-orders. So they will be available soon. We will also have on display at the show the 2013 and down models of the Road Glide and Street Glide radios that are also coming in the near future.
Hi, Jody from 5 Access here. Just want to bring everybody up to speed with what we do and how we do it. We're a display company. We do a lot of custom graphics. Obviously, we do custom audio boards. We do RGB lighting. We do graphical work up top. We also do all the different custom amp mounts. So for all your store needs, we do front counters, we do home audio sections, we do lighting, everything that you're looking for, give us a call. Again, it's 5 Access, 414-326-7162.
World of lighting, especially when it comes to LED upgrades, Lucas Lighting is a brand that is pretty darn obvious because, well, let's face it, their bulbs are quite unique in appearance, and also they offer something very unique compared to other brands is in that they have different levels of performance. Well, to find out what bulb fits your application, especially if you're store just getting into the lighting game, Lucas has come up with some pretty clever tools to help you along the way. Joining us today, we've got their technical and training director, Mr. Josh, right now. Josh, obviously, lighting is a very important category today for 12-volt installers and 12-volt shops, but some of them are intimidated because, well, they're just not used to finding out the right application and translating that into a sale with the customer. So let's talk about the bulb finder.
Hey, Ben, thanks for having us. I just wanted to show you guys today the bulb finder. It's one of my personal projects that I've been working on for the last year and a half. Basically, what we want to do is we want to make finding bulbs and parts as easy as possible for your techs and for our clients. Okay, so when you go to our website, it's lucas-lighting.com. This website is it's great for the desktop. It's also great on your phone. You're going to scroll down and you're going to find a vehicle. We'll just put in, let's do a 2018. Let's do a Ram. Let's do a ProMaster. Now, a ProMaster is an interesting vehicle. It needs a lot of different things. So you can see that we list a front fog light. We list low and high beam headlights. The specific vehicle needs mounting adapters. So we show that the 18 is for the high beam and the 6 is for the low beam. You're going to need decoders for high and low beam. And then we've got additional lights down here that are pretty common. So the backup light, the brake light, and et cetera. So a lot of other companies, when you look up a vehicle, there's usually additional drop downs over here, for fog light, high beam, low beam. What we do is we make it so that you can just put the year, make, and model in, and you get all the lights immediately. Any light that we know that fits this car is going to be listed. We also, on the very bottom, will have some notes. So the headlight difficulty is 3 on this vehicle. When you go up, you can see these are actually all links as well. So when you click on, say, an adapter, it's going to actually show you what that adapter looks like. So pretty cool.
Now, to your point, Josh, I must admit this is a very efficient bulb finder tool. And yes, you're right. There are many different bulb companies out there. But the way that Lucas Lighting has decided to lay this information out, especially with the hyperlinks to every specific part or accessory, I think definitely levels up the access of information that techs would have when ordering or researching bulbs for a certain vehicle. Now, the feedback that we get from a lot of shops that are kind of getting into the lighting game, Josh, is these little accessories, these little intricacies that are involved with specific vehicles. Sometimes there's not a lot of information out there and it's not very intuitive. So what message do you have for shops that are looking to get into the game, and what resources does Lucas Lighting provide to be able to assist these type of dealers in, efficiently selling Lucas Lighting bulbs?
Okay, the very first thing, of course, is check out the website. Put your own vehicle in the bulb finder, check it out, see what we have to offer there. But definitely the YouTube channel is huge. There's a lot of basics there. I can go through and show you some of the videos, but basically what the difference between the bulbs are. Hey, do these make more heat than halogen? Very common questions that I get in tech. I'll typically make a video that will cover that subject matter, and then kind of dispel any myths with kind of science. And we do some really cool stuff in the YouTube channel.
I do strongly recommend any of you who are looking to get more educated on the lighting game, definitely check out the Lucas Lighting YouTube channel for sure. As Josh mentioned, a lot of FAQ stuff, a lot of stuff you may be getting questions from your customer about, all demystified right there. But for a deeper engagement when it comes to technical stuff, Lucas Lighting also got you covered when it comes to their Facebook group. Josh, why don't you give us a little bit of insight of what the Facebook group is all about and why should dealers join?
The Lucas Lighting Facebook page is our newest channel. It's a community of dealers. Really, if you have a question on a Saturday or in the evening outside of hours, you can make a post there. You can tag the administrators, and you can try to figure out how to fix your issue. Also, it's searchable, so you can go on there. You can search, 2018 ProMaster. There might be some other people who have already posted about that vehicle, so you can find the answer that you're looking for. We also post files there and photos. So some of the files that we have are vehicle specific, technical documents, anything that we feel is necessary as we go, so that you have the information that you need when you need it. So it's a really great place for people to talk about lighting and to learn about lighting and figure out what the other guys are doing and be successful.
All right, Josh, first of all, thanks for coming in today. We had a nice little exposure to the unique bulb finding tool that Lucas Lighting offers. Of course, we also talked about the YouTube channel, another great resource for you guys that want to learn about lighting and the lighting business. And of course, last but not least, the Facebook group, which gives you that deeper dive and that connectivity with the network of dealers and specialists in-house at Lucas Lighting to be able to assist on maybe the job you're working on or one that you're researching. All right, so rounding this out, Josh, where can we see Lucas Lighting next? Where can people experience the product? And tell the people where they can connect with you.
Hey, Ben, I just wanted to thank you again for having us. We're going to be at Knowledge Fest in Vegas next. That's going to be February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at the Paris Hotel Convention Center. We'll have a really nice booth there. We'll have all kinds of demonstrations, hand-on displays, and you'll be able to get any questions answered that you have about this category.
Hey guys, Ricky Lima here from SiriusXM. I had a chance to speak to some dealers and ask them what they love about selling SiriusXM. Here's what they had to say.
Coast-to-coast coverage.
I love SiriusXM for commercial-free music.
It's a great add-on sale and a profit opportunity.
We love selling SiriusXM because you can listen to the same channel coast to coast.
Profitability and ease of installation. It's a no-brainer.
We love selling SiriusXM for its ease of installation, great profitability, and reliability.
People love it.
2024 underway, there are certain categories that are absolutely not showing any signs of letting up, and that is, of course, OEM integration. Why? Well, we all know it's not getting easier by any means to get the right signal to get that system into vehicles, so there has to be solutions to get that flat signal in an OEM integration scenario. RDV Technologies is coming to the rescue with some brand new devices that are going to do exactly that. Preamp interfaces for application specific situations. We go now to Rich Disclafani from RDV. Now, Rich, this is something that is literally part of your pedigree and history within this industry, getting that interface, getting that signal. So it's no surprise to me that RDV is coming up with these brand new interfaces. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what these interfaces are and what are some of the key features that dealers would be interested in?
Yeah, Ben, thank you very much. As we have spoken prior, of course, go way back in the industry, and audio was a really, really big part of my pedigree from the beginning. So it's really nice to be able to introduce this line of products to the industry and really, really focus on being able to fill a void and a gap where, installers are left with no options as far as, replacing amplifiers in a lot of cases.
All right, Rich. So the name of the game here is replacing amplifiers. There are vehicles that are coming in. They're complex. How do you get the signal? You certainly don't want to get the signal after the amplifier because who knows how much processing, DSP, time delay, and all that good stuff or bad stuff is mumbled jumbled into that signal. So let's talk about the solution. I understand here that we have 2 or 3 different applications that we're ready to talk about today. Let's start with maybe the BMW application, and I'll let you walk through what the benefits are, the features, and how this will absolutely benefit stores to not say no to these platforms coming into their base.
Absolutely. We cover BMW from pretty much 2004 to current vehicles, 2024 vehicles, all with the Harman Kardon system. So it really gives you a lot of flexibility and really a lot of options to upgrade vehicles where you can't change the radio. And this is really key because being able to maintain the factory radio gives you the manageability of all the factory features that are still there. So from Bluetooth to all of the other factory features that come in the car, like door chimes and stuff like that, this gives you the ability to swap out the amplifier, put this preamp in its place, and gives you a digital signal direct from the radio to the preamp interface, and then a digital signal out of the preamp interface to your DSP. So it's completely unprocessed, unfiltered, direct, flat, high-res audio digital signal directly from the radio that is going to go through my piece into your DSP. So no more after the amplifier, no more processed signal, no more high-level input into the amplifier, no more fighting, tuning, really, really straightforward.
You said some magic words there, Rich. You said digital output flat signal. That is exactly what we need to deliver premium systems to customers. So I understand you have a piece there. Let's take a closer look and investigate some of the inputs and outputs and what this piece looks like.
So this is our BMW interface for the iDrive 7, iDrive 8 vehicles, which is about 2020 and up for BMW with the Harman Kardon system, with the new RAM module, which pretty much I'm sure everybody that's worked on a new BMW is very familiar with, which is the RAM module, which is a new control portion of the audio package that those cars come with. So this basically T-harnesses into the radio module itself, which is in the trunk, and this gives you a digital input directly from the factory radio through Ethernet. It's Ethernet based. And this gives you a front and rear Toslink output and coax output as well. So really, really nice. Basically, all you got to do is just T-harness this in. All the factory equipment stays, and you just run the Toslink out directly into your DSP, and yeah, you're good to go. That's pretty much all you need to do. So really, really awesome, tunable. You could set all of the volume levels for the door chimes and the factory navigation and all of those features through the software of the interface, and it keeps all that stuff intact. So really a game-changing piece for new BMWs for Ethernet-based Harman Kardon systems.
A nice compact piece giving you not one but dual optical outs, both in optical as well as coaxial. But what I love is the T-harnessing and the fact that the retention of all the factory settings. These are the key things that you need to know, of course, through the Ethernet protocol for this BMW application. Now, you also mentioned earlier on, Rich, that it's not just for BMW. Mercedes guys can celebrate as well.
Yeah, this is actually our piece, our most 150 interface for newer Mercedes. This covers from about 15 to 2020, depending on the application, for vehicles with the Burmeister, for example. And this is a really straightforward installation. This replaces the amplifier completely. So you just unplug the factory fiber optics, plug it right into there. This also includes a power plug that just needs constant and ground, and also has a remote output for your DSP and amplifier turn on. And that's all the connections. This also has dual coax and Toslink outputs, front and rear. So 100% digital, flat, unprocessed signal straight to your DSP. So you have to do no unprocessing, no untuning of the factory system, of the factory amplifier. We get straight digital audio signal straight from the radio itself before the amplifier, completely bypassing the factory amplifier. So beautiful solution.
All right, Rich. So we've covered some applications here, both in BMW and Mercedes, which are complex up until now. Let's talk about that real quick as far as where these products sit within the marketplace. Let's talk about the pricing. Let's talk about availability. And you know what? Let's mention that RDV warranty.
And these pieces are available to ship now. We have them ready to go with 3-year warranty, which is really, really nice. We support the products 100%. We have, US based sales support. So if you have any questions or need any help while you're doing the install, we support them 100% right here. And definitely really, really great warranty with 3 years as well, backing them up.
Well, Rich, it certainly seems like this is you in your comfort zone, coming up with these pre-amplification solutions for OEM integration. Again, we're talking about the BMW system, and we also touched on the Mercedes. What can we look forward to in the future in this category for RDV?
Yes, this is absolutely a category that we're very passionate about. Audio is a big passion of mine for this industry, and what got me started. And we have a lot of really great applications coming for the future as well. We'll be filling up the Mercedes lineup, so we'll end up covering from 2004 to 2024, pretty much all Mercedes with the most systems, from most 25 to most 150 to the new coax-based systems. We will have a preamp interface coming for GM. This is really big, so that's coming very, very soon. Product for GM, Range Rover, Volvo, VW, Audi, and Porsche eventually. So we have a lot of products coming on the horizon, and also for Toyota Lexus. So big things in this category. And you can find them all at rdvfl.com.
CE Outlook is dedicated to keeping the car audio and the electronics industry informed on the latest issues, trends, and product releases. New feature stories posted daily. Visit ceoutlook.com for the latest industry news. Ever since CICADA Audio came onto the scene, motorcycle enthusiasts have been flocking to the high-performance components that CICADA Audio offers. Well, this is going to be a big year because CICADA, in this very first quarter of the year, is coming out strong with a tremendous amount of brand new product for dealers to get involved with. We go now to Grant McFadder of Trends Electronics, the Canadian distributor of CICADA, who's standing by to share with us this incredible new offering and selection for 2024. Now, Grant, CICADA has been really strong as a brand. Audio enthusiasts, audio shops that are specializing in motorcycle audio have really dug into it. How can you explain this incredible influx of new product?
Yeah, a ton of new products from them coming this year. I met with them at SEMA, and they were talking about 45 new products for the 2024 season. So we have a bunch of that right out of the gate. Like you were mentioning, in the first quarter, we're going to launch a whole bunch of new products. But yeah, man, they're serious about this category. The category is growing like crazy, and you know, these guys are hard into it. That's what they do. They only do motorcycle audio. They're not doing car starters. They're not doing head units. They're not doing marine audio. It's strictly motorcycle product.
Now, Grant, I know we have a lot to cover, so we're going to dig right in. Lots of new components and kits, more specifically, coming to you from Cicada Audio. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at some of these new kits that are coming out.
Yeah, a bunch of new kits to get us started for the new year, Ben. One of the things that dealers found was because there was a fair amount of product, there's a bit of confusion as to what they would need, and they wanted to simplify their offering. So first kit we have on the screen there is a full system kit. So this is a 4-channel amplifier with integrated DSP. It's got a pair of the CH652 horn speakers with both the Road Glide and Street Glide grills included in the box. You also get all the amplifier kit and all the plug and play harnesses that go into the factory system. So this is let's get you started with the front speaker kit, and we can build from there, because you can use that 4-channel amplifier later on to add bag lids or lowers, whatever you want to do. But that's the first kit that comes as a package, is the 2-channel kit. Guy wants to do bag lids on that. We have a 4-channel kit for that as well. It's exactly the same amplifier, the DSP 600.4. With the CH652 horns, CH692 6x9 horns in the back. You get the lid cut-in kits. You get the front grills for both the Street Glide and Road Glide, so you've got the right kit in stock always. You get the jerry strap hinges, and you get all the wiring included. So the 4-gauge amplifier kit, all the harnesses, everything included in the box. So again, no confusion. Guy wants a 4-speaker system, front, rear, and amplifier. We've got everything in the box for you, so that makes it really, really easy to order. Guy wants to step up. When we have our 8-speaker kits, we have 2 different versions of this. We have a Road Glide kit, which has got the kidney style grills. This is from 2014 all the way up to the 2023s. 2024s, we will have a optional kit for that as well, because the grills are different on the new 2024 models. But this gives you the 6.5-inch mid-bass drivers, a separate compression horn driver for the grills for up front. We give you the CM692 mid-bass drivers for the bag lids with the separate compression horn tweeter mid-range, the lid cut-in kits, the tweeter bridge, everything you need, again, all in the box. So you order this kit, that is you, plug and play. The only thing you need to do is take the fairing apart and get to work on installing it. So everything included in the kit that you need there. And then the next one is the same kit, but basically for the Street Glide. This has got the round grills versus the kidney grills on the Road Glide. So exactly the same kit, but we give you the Street Glide grills in that box as well. So 2 kits with the 8-speaker systems. So that's really where I think we're going to see a lot of velocity. We see a lot of velocity already in the first month since we've had these on this product. So it makes it really simple for the dealers to make sure you have the right thing in stock. You also have some significant savings from the dealer side. When you buy it as a kit, you're saving anywhere between $125 and $185 at dealer cost just by buying it as a bundle. So that's an extra bonus there. It's just an additional profit center for the dealers.
I have to agree with you, Grant. Kits, I believe, are the way of the future. It's easier to manage, easier to understand, and great for merchandising as well from a storefront level. Now, through the kits, as you can see, many different options with different configurations. But the real story here that a lot of hype is being built around are the brand new top-of-the-line carbon/horn drivers coming at you from Cicada Audio. I noticed you had some in front of you, Grant. So why don't we talk about these brand new CHX horns?
Yeah, these are brand spanking new. In fact, like just came into the warehouse last week. Currently in stock, we have the 6x9 versions of them. We have the 8-inch versions of them. The 6.5s will be arriving next week. I just talked to Forrest down at Cicada this morning. Those are shipping this week, so we'll have them next week in stock. And they'll also be available in both the 4-ohm and 2-ohm versions of them. Really want to touch on what's different this year over last year's horns. So big step up in performance with these. We're going to a full carbon fiber mica cone on these speakers. So a lot stiffer cone, giving you a lot more mid-bass output. They've got an accordion rubber boot on here. If you look at the overhead, maybe it'll be easier to show, to completely seal off the pole piece, making it watertight. And then touching it off is the nano/frog skin material they put over the top of the horn to make this basically waterproof on there. So a lot of improvements over the previous product, but gorgeous looking speakers. They sound incredible. We hooked these up to the demo board earlier this week. Sound incredible, crazy loud. One of the really nice things they've done with these is actually on the crossover. We're a big believer in DSP, especially on motorcycles. When you're dealing with compression horn drivers, the upper mid-range and high frequency can be a bit overbearing because of the horn, depending on what your preferences are. So the brand new crossovers, that's the same as the inline crossover from last year, but they've added a piece to it this year that'll give you a -3 dB or a -6 dB attenuation on the horn. So if you're not using DSP and you're finding that upper mid-range high frequency a little too harsh, you can do a cut of -3 or -6 dB on those. So those are now included in these new kits, which is a nice additional feature to it. Beautiful speakers, man. You check out the back of these, cast basket. This is obviously the 2-ohm version of it. 400 watts RMS per speaker, power handling, 800 watts peak. So gobs and gobs of power to match up with our new amplifiers, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But gorgeous speakers, man. Cast basket, carbon fiber, mica cones, the frog skin on it, making it completely waterproof. Wasn't that much of a big an issue on the coaxes for the front, but definitely on the 6x9 lid kits, making these waterproof is an extra feature on these. I don't have them here, but they will be available probably by the end of Q1. They will have a full component kit version of these speakers as well. So a separate tweeter and a dedicated mid-bass driver for 6s, 8s, and 6x9s as well. So again, these guys are adding a ton of product for this year. So just to go through that again real quickly, the CHX series will have an 8-inch coaxial horn, the 6-inch version of them, both in a 4-ohm and 2-ohm, and then the 6x9 version of them as well in 2-ohm and 4-ohm. Like I said, in stock right now, the 8-inch speakers and the 6x9s, both versions 4-ohm and 8-ohm in stock. The 6.5s will be in likely late next week. Yeah, Ben, if that wasn't enough, speaking speakers, we have some more kits available in the 6x9 format for those guys with the bag lids. We have the brand new Comp 694s, which is a 4-ohm version of the separate mid-bass driver, and the RR075 compression horn tweeter. We also are including the tweeter bridge kit in that. The one thing we don't include in that, because there are some guys that already have 6x9 cut-ins in their bike, is the HD lid kit. So if you need that for brand new installs, we'll have that available separately. But this, again, makes your choices for your guys that want to do that extra mid-bass driver, a little more output than a coaxial horn. Both the Comp 694 and the 692, which is the 2-ohm version, also available in kit format. And those as well for dealers, you're saving about $125 at dealer cost by buying it as a kit rather than individual parts. Ben, I know we're tight on time because it's a live session, but I did have to touch on the brand new BDA amplifiers that we have and some of the accessories. Showing off my favorite little guy right now is the BDA 600.4D. This is a 600 watt RMS 4-channel amplifier, 3.5 inches at the top, about 4.5 inches at the base. So some guys were saying, the other BDA amplifiers were a little too big to get multiples of them in a fairing. So now you can get 2 of these BDA 600.4s side by side on the fairing. You've got 1,200 watts RMS of power when you've got 2 of them together. Super compact, lots of power, and I think this is going to be a massive success going into the new year. Other 2 models we have brand new as well, the BDA 1600.1D. That is a dedicated monoblock amplifier, 1,600 watts RMS. Those will come with the remote subwoofer level control in the box as well. So gobs of power for those guys that want to do those 8-inch mid-bass drivers or 10-inch mid-bass drivers in the saddlebags. And then available at the end of Q1, probably right before the CMA Expo, actually, or we'll have it there to show, is the DSP 1400.4. So this is a 4-channel amp, 1400 watts RMS. It's rated at 350 watts by 4 at 2 ohms. And that has got integrated 6-channel DSP as well. So 3 brand new models. 2 are in stock now, the BDA 1600 and the BDA 600.4, and then the DSP amp at the end of Q1. So Ben, with the BDA amplifiers, the guys at CICADA have come out with brand new amplifier kits for them. Because they are so much more power, we're upgrading the amp kits to a 4-gauge power wire in the kit, and also upgrading the speaker wire connectors for the larger power handling necessary for the bigger power of the amplifiers. So 3 new products to go with the BDA amplifiers is the full kit. Is a rear amplifier, rear output harness, and then a front output harness. So 3 brand new accessories for the BDA amplifiers. And then a lot of new accessories for speakers in particular is the next slide. So the first one is, I call it the slash hat. Those are the CHD69SD. So those are a silicone bag divider. Where would you want to use those? So in your 6x9 bag lids, you've got a mid-bass driver, or 8-inch or 10-inch. You've got a back wave coming off that speaker. Obviously, you don't want that 6x9 being a passive radiator. So those 6x9 dividers go on the back of the speaker, like the old speaker hats back from 1990 when we used to put those in cars. And that'll stop that back wave of the subwoofer, making this a passive radiator. The other thing that we've got that I think is really, really nice is a selection of brand new grills, for those guys that are doing 8-inch lower speakers, or in tour packs. So I've got the 8-inch speaker in front of me. They have 2 different grills. So they give you this all in the box. So they've always got all the right pieces inside the kit. So you've got full mesh option here, and then you've got one with a cutout if you want that more aggressive look. So you've got the full mesh look on there if you want a little more discreet look to the speaker, more of an OEM style look. For those guys that want a more of an aggressive look to it, you've got the cutout there that shows off the flange for the horn. So you put the ring on there. That's a really nice ring kit accessory for lower speakers, tour packs. And then the last thing we've got is a series of 6.5-inch spacer rings in a 1/2-inch and 3/4 inch. Again, those will be used for lower fairing applications if you've got the lower install kits, or if you're doing the tour packs and you want to space them out a little bit. So I know you can make those in your 3D printer, but for $20 already done, you don't have to do that. So 10 new products, Ben. We're super excited to get this year kicked off. We've already done 2 motorcycle shows so far this year, and we're looking forward to a kick-ass season.
Mark your calendar. CMA Expo is returning in 2024 to the Toronto Congress Centre on April 5th, 6th, and 7th. A huge thank you to all the Canadian dealers who attended and made the inaugural event such an amazing success. You spoke and we listened. Thanks to your feedback, we've implemented some important changes to enhance your experience even further. Confirmed exhibitors for the 2024 CMA Expo are Alpine, Automobility, Importel, Trends Electronics, Gemsen Distribution, JBC Kenwood, Sony, Pioneer, Dix Performance, SiriusXM, Ericsson Consumer, Metra, Stinger, Fortin. Save money and take advantage of the early bird registration. But hurry, early bird ends Monday, January 29th. For more information and the latest updates, follow us on social or visit cmaexpo.ca. Well, all season long, the folks at Orion Car Audio have been coming hard with brand new gear, reimagined, kind of old school like, but modern at the same time. We're going now to Edgar Cedeno from Orion with even more goodies to present. Now, Edgar, it's been fun hanging out with you these last few times, talking about the new relaunch of the Orion brand, those legendary names like XTR and HCCA and Cobalt. But last time you were on, you were hinting at some pro audio gear. I'm hoping we can dive into that a little bit more.
Hi, Ben. How are you today, boss? Listen, yes, as mentioned before, and we've been talking a couple of times now, we finally, as I mentioned before, we finally got all of our products in when it comes to the pro audio. Before I had mentioned to you, I had shown on the videos the 6.5 because it was what we had at the time. But as promised, we keep receiving all of the new products, and that's because they have all been improved. new technology. We want to bring out there what is best out there right now. We want to bring the latest technology to our consumers and our fans. Okay, so to show you a quick example, because it's so much to go about it, I wanted to show you the new 8 inches and 10 inches, like you said, on the XTRs and the HECA series that we had not mentioned before. For a quick example, this is our new XTR. Okay, new XTR mid-range. This is the one that only comes with the dust cap because it handles, a lower frequency. It's more like a mid bass. Because like the one right next to it, you can see we have the ones with the bullet. Now remember, we have both options. We have the options with the dust cap, and we have the options with the bullet that handles a higher frequency. You can see everything is, the basket is customized, everything is proprietary tooling. Okay, so that way the customers can see exactly what we are about. We remember we have the 8s, we have the 10s. Okay, we have the 6.5, 8, and 10s, so that everybody, we cater for all of our consumers. Okay, remember, this is loud music. This is what, custom builds, where you want to be as loud as you can. Okay, here on this side I can show you that was the XTR series. On this side now, of course, I can show you the HECA series. As you can see, it is a slimmer, same basket, but it's as much slimmer. You can fit in a lot of doors, you can fit in a lot of bike, off-road, and anything you want, and it handles a lot of power. Okay, now then, like I mentioned before, 6.5, 8, and 10 inches, all of the Pro Audio on all different categories. We have the couple, XTRs, and the HECAs. Okay, on the HECAs we have 2 series. Okay, that is the N and the NHP, that is even a higher frequency response driver for those people who just love high frequency response. Okay, now Ben, on the other side, I promised you that we were going to show you more tweeters from the time before. Okay, and for an example, this is it. This is an XTR 350 HP. It comes in a pair, and as you can see, it has like a horn, so they can perform really well when it comes to frequency responses. Okay, and then we have another one. This is a 4-inch tweeter. Okay, as you can see, it's very promising. It's very loud. It's the cosmetic. Everything is ours, designed by us, of course, produced where everybody else does. And the only thing that I can show you is that we want to give all of our consumers out there, again, the best and the latest technology. Here we have a couple. This is a new Demium as an entry level. It comes with a new Demium, very slim. It could fit pretty much anywhere. Okay, it's a 3.5, and then we have the ones with the ferrite. Like I said, it all depends on the consumer, what they want. I'm just showing you everything so that you can see we have many different options when it comes to Pro Audio. Either you want to go sound quality or you want to go crazy stadium loud.
So as you know, Orion obviously has a rich heritage in amazing car audio performance. And the 2 of the things I want to point it out here on the drivers that you were showing, let's start with the drivers there, Edgar. The aesthetics, I have to say, are probably the best I've ever seen from Orion. They're clean, simple logo, nothing that's over gaudy or overdone in any way. The branding on the baskets. I just want to take a second, if you don't mind, Edgar, just let's show those basket off. And the 2 examples I want to show is the regular basket and then that Neo basket, because I want to emphasize just how slim that driver truly is.
Well, yes, Ben, as you mentioned it before, Orion has always been known for its classic. It's been around for over 40 years now, and one of the things we want to keep for the brand and for our fans, because those are the ones that are keeping us in the industry and following us all the time, is how clean and how good our products look. Okay, and one of the reasons that I keep mentioning, and as you ask, is proprietary tooling. Okay, we own all of our toolings. Okay, we have no public, nothing like that. Okay, and as you see this is pretty much designed. This is the Orion half moon logo that it's been known for the beginning of Orion, and you see it's a silver aluminum cut. Okay, even the boots around our products, they are all Orion. Okay, if you can see, and I will zoom in a little closer, it's our connectors. Okay, They're even customized, the connectors, Orion. You can see everywhere that you look at, it will say Orion. Even our gaskets that is around our products, they all say Orion. That is because we want to make sure that we keep the quality, the good looks, and not just the performance. The performance, of course, is excellent, but the looks, okay? And we want to make sure that everybody is proud to see and they carry the Orion. That, of course, as you mentioned, was the XTR series. And this, of course, is the HECS series. As you can see, also have the half a moon, the Orion logo, the same baskets, okay? With a difference that, of course, this is the new Demio magnet. It's a much better product, okay? And, of course, as well, the connectors. This is something that you will be able to recognize everywhere that you see an Orion product. Everything, it has its own tooling. Everything is proprietary, okay, my friend? And this is just not for looks. This comes together with the performance and to make sure that all customers are proud of the products they carry, okay?
You know, Edgar, I can't help but notice there's a little piece you haven't brought out yet. It's kind of sitting right in front of you. And I'm going to guess, well, I think I know what it is, but it's not traditional to see from a brand like Orion. So I'm going to give you an opportunity. Hopefully, you can tell us what this little electronic box is right in front of you.
Well, Ben, yes, of course. And this is why I have it right in front of me, because I was hoping you could ask me about it. Orion, as I mentioned before in our previous videos, we're coming with a whole new line of products. Okay, we're coming for surprises so that we can cover all the areas of core audio brand. Okay, this, like never before, Orion never had it. We decided to bring it in because all customers keep asking for it because of the quality of the products that we make. This is equalizer. This is an Orion 7-band equalizers. Okay, that is new to the brand, but a lot of people already knows how to use it. So there's not much I can say other than try it, because we went way overboard on this quality and the performance you're gonna get out of this equalizer. Okay, this is our XTR series, XEQ, X7. Okay, and just to show that there's not only one, we also have one that is Bluetooth compatible. Okay, that way you can bypass all that installation mess and just use your phone, plug into the Bluetooth, and have your music right going. Again, all I can tell you is Orion, new 7-band equalizers. Try it because you will not be disappointed. The Bluetooth one is amazing, guys. Just the sound quality, you will not be disappointed.
All right, Edgar, there you have it. So we've gone through the gambit. We talked about the brand new Pro Audio Series drivers, both in the regular magnet and the XTR, as well as the Neo versions in the HCCA. We talked about some cool tweeter options as well. Lots of different options, different sizes, different outputs, and that new EQ piece. Who knew? Coming to you from Orion with another model, a Bluetooth option, in fact. So round it out for us. One of the things I will say is that not only is Orion a recognized name, but it's also very simple to understand. Basically, there's 3 lines, right? You got your Cobalt, your XTR, and your HCCA. Wrap it up for us, Edgar. When are these products available, and where do fans and dealers need to go to get more info?
Well, yes, Ben, of course, as always, Orion, very well known for the 3 lines they carry, the XTR, the Cobalt, XTRs, and HCCA, of course. Don't forget, we got a surprise coming up with our XTR Pro Series woofers that we will be talking about it later on once they become available. Now, Ben, all of the new products and everything that I have shown you already, I will not be showing you unless they are already available. They are available. You can check our website. You can check our social medias. You can check your local dealers or distributors, okay? They are already available. This is something that it's ready for the use of the consumers and won't disappoint on the performance, again, as I mentioned, okay? So, Ben, as always, there is so much I can say, but go on our website, check off all of the new products. You will see a huge difference and a huge selections that it's available for all the consumers already.
All right, that's a wrap for this CMA Live All Access, brought to you by SiriusXM and sponsored by 5 Access Innovations. Make sure to check out all our videos at cmanetworks.com. We'll see you next Saturday.
There's never been a better time to have SiriusXM with over 150 channels in your vehicle. Your Platinum Plan offer includes more than ever before to enjoy online, on your phone, or at home. Create your own ad-free personalized stations powered by Pandora. Hear ad-free extra channels and enjoy favorite shows with SiriusXM Video on Demand. What you love is on now.